What's up, my Credit Wealth Capital crew? This is Renata with Credit Wealth Capital. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification button so you won't miss out on any information that we put out on every single Wednesday. Now, today is part 2 of assessing your credit situation. Okay, so without further ado, let's get it. Okay, you guys, thank y'all so much for watching. If you did not get the first video, please make sure you click it here, okay? Because the first video, we actually talked about understanding your credit report and introducing to your credit score and your credit report and what you need to do with that, okay? Now, you can find that information here because you want to build that banking relationship with your bank, okay? And I did do a video about the banking relationship. I will also put that here as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. Okay, assessing your credit situation. Okay, now requesting and reviewing your credit report is the number one thing that you need to know exactly where you're at. Okay, now requesting your credit report, explaining how to request your free annual credit report from each major bureaus, which is Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Okay, you can actually go up, you can actually call them and you can let them know that you want your free credit report, and you should get it from all three because the fact that you want to know exactly what each bureau is reporting on your credit report. Okay, then check for accuracy. Okay, how to review your credit report for accuracies in personal information, your account details, and payment history. Okay, first thing, personal information. You need to make sure that the information is correct, especially if you're a junior or senior. You need to make sure that it is spelled correctly. And if you have a first, middle initial, last name, or however you want to put it, okay, and your account details. Make sure the details are accurate on the accounts. That's been the start date, the end date, your payment history. Make sure your payment history is on time, and make sure you don't have any late payments. Now, if you have a late payment within 30 days, you can actually call them and do a payment forgiveness, and they will also take it off your credit report. But make sure you follow up and that they're doing so, because sometimes they'll say they will and they won't. Okay. Now, that's how you check for accuracies. Now, if you find anything that's not that is incorrect on your credit report, make sure you dispute those errors. Now, the way that you can actually dispute those errors is basically writing a letter. Make sure you have the name of the creditor that it is, what is the error, and let them know the situation. Okay, that is one of the best ways to dispute it. Now, if we're talking about any inquiries on your account, the best way you can go with them, especially if they're within a certain amount of time, 6 months, call them and let them know that you just got a copy of your credit report and that the information that they're filing on your account is inaccurate and you want to take it off immediately. If they said no, that they can't do it now, get a supervisor, because they can take those inquiries off immediately. Now, the inquiries, they really don't affect your credit report, but they do tell on you. So you want to make sure that you get those inquiries off as quickly as possible. Okay. So next tip is identifying errors, incorrect errors or negative items on your account. Okay, the type of errors that's on your account can detailing common errors such as inaccurate accounts information, unauthorized accounts, or inaccuracy reports on payment history. Okay, so you want to make sure that you go through each one and identify what negative item that's on your account. Okay, now with these negative items, you want to understand how these negative items, like late payments, collections, bankruptcies, impact your credit report and your credit score, because of the fact that these things are telling the credit bureaus or the lenders that you are not responsible. You cannot be responsible with money. So you or other people money. So you don't want to have these negative items on your credit report. You want to dispute them and get them off as quickly as possible. Okay, and also impact on your credit. These inaccuracies and negative items can affect your credit score by over 100 points. Okay, and you will actually won't be credit worthiness. And that's the main thing that you want to do, is be credit worthiness, so you can actually borrow this money from these banks. Okay. Now, I also did a video that I could put here about credit cards that you can apply for with low credit, little to no credit. Okay, so that would actually help you so much in building your credit, because once you actually take off all these inaccuracies, and anyways, you want to make sure that your credit worthiness. Okay, so that's what we come up to, calculating your debt to income ratio. Okay, now DTI is basically your debt to income ratio. The money that you come in should be you should be keeping 75% of it. Okay, your bills only should be a third of your credit, the funds that you get in. So you want to make sure that your DTI, your debt to income ratio, is low. Okay, now the DTI is by dividing the total monthly debt payments by your income. That is how you actually calculated your DTI. So that way it tells you how much money that is coming in, and how much you owe divided by how much money is coming in. And then that will actually show you exactly how much you can, the percentage of how much you can actually borrow. And most banks do go by your DTI. Okay. And also discuss how lenders use DTI to with individuals, because of the fact that lenders use DTI to access individuals' ability to manage debt responsibility. Okay, so you want to make sure that you know your DTI, debt to income ratio, just like the lenders do. Okay, so that way you know what they know, and you want to be them to see what you want them to see. So you're trying to put your best foot forward, as in putting your best credit report forward. Okay, now finally, evaluate your total debt and payment history. Okay, your debt overview. Understanding the total outstanding debt owed across various accounts, including credit cards, loans, and mortgages. Okay, so make sure that is within a certain percentage of your page stub. Now, if you're paying more than what you earn, get a second job, hun. I did another video about job that you can actually do now, that you can actually, businesses that you can actually start now, with less than $1,000. Now post that up here. Okay, only $1,000. That's it. So check that video out. Okay, and then also payment history. Payment history is 35% of your credit score, hon. You need to make sure that you are paying on time, because your first missed payment, you will drop 75 to 100 points, no doubt. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have that payment on time. I always say pay early instead of on time. Pay 10 days early. If you can't pay the full amount on your credit card, make sure you're below that 30%, but that sweet spot is that 10%. Okay, so make sure you stay below that. Okay, and certain trends, recognize long-term trends in debt accumulation and payment behaviors that may impact your credit score. Okay, watch your spending habits. Make sure that you know that you have a long-term goal. Okay, don't focus on what's in present for you. Have a plan, write it down, and follow that plan. Okay, because we didn't get in debt overnight, so it's not going to change overnight. So make sure you get this done. Okay, because each of these things offers practical insight into assessing one's current financial situation and identifying areas that needs attended for credit repair. Okay, by understanding these aspects, individuals can formulate an effective plan to improve your credit health fast. Okay, so this is part 2 of assessing your current situation, and we talked about requesting and reviewing your credit report, identifying errors, inaccuracies, and negative items on your credit report, how to calculate your DTI, which is debt to income ratio, and evaluate your total debt and payment history. Now, you do these things that you can follow, and best believe me, you will get the credit score that you deserve. Okay, please, please, please check us out on Facebook as well as on Spotify on our podcast, and join our group, hun. We talk about tips and tricks that you can actually do to help you improve your credit. And if you have not joined our Facebook group or our YouTube channel, please become a CWC crew, okay? Please join our crew and share the things that you've been doing to keep your credit up, okay? So my name is Renata. This is Credit Wealth Capital. Let's take credit to the next level. Be you, be true, and let's keep moving forward. And I'll see you on the next video.